All right, everybody. Awesome. Good to see everybody here tonight. I was looking in the chat. It looks like you got people from all over the world. I saw, looked like Spain and Trinidad. It's Trinidad and Tobago. We got people from the UK. So we got the Wolf in the house, him and his team from London. I don't know what time it is over there, but I know it's not early. It's not early. We got Tokyo in the house. Oh my God, Prescott, Arizona, 2 a.m. from these guys. Love this team. They're crushing it over there. Absolutely killing it. Good to see everybody here. Again, for those who don't know me, my name is Brian and Madison, and we're going to be giving you a absolute fire hose of information over the next 3 days. Think and grow rich for network marketers. We got Bermuda in the house. Oh my God, that's awesome. Maryland, that's just right down the road there. Good to see you guys. And day one, guys, is going to be all about mindset. We're going to get you in I don't want to say the right mindset, but in a high vibrating mindset so you can learn to get in harmony with the things you're trying to create. Day two, we're going to bring on some branding experts, some social media and branding experts. My amazing offspring, my daughter Madison, and one of our colleagues are going to be splitting the time tomorrow and going through marketing and branding as it applies to network marketing. But what I want to tell you guys is it's not just a network marketing seminar. This can be applied to real estate. This can be applied to your digital marketing business. This can be applied to whatever businesses you're running. So it's not just network marketing. It's just that we happen to be attracting a lot of network marketers that have a side hustle. And then day three, we're going to bring it all in, and we're going to go through the psychology of sales. We're going to go through the selling part of network marketing and real estate and things like that. We're going to be talking about daily methods of operation, the mindset behind that, weekly methods of operation, time blocking, things of that nature. So you're going to get mindset, you're going to get marketing, branding, social media, and you're going to get operations. So why don't we kick this off again, guys? Again, we named this Think and Grow Rich for network marketers because that's what we're going to show you guys how to do. We're going to show you how to use the tools and the vehicles that you have to think and grow rich. And what I want you to understand is that any part of wealth is 95% mindset and only 5% what you do. So let me just frame this out for you guys. When I talk about wealth over the next 3 days, don't think about just money and finances. That's not what this is. Wealth is the whole human experience. This is relationships. This is love. This is philanthropy. This is your physical fitness. This is the whole human experience. And yes, finances is a piece of it. So a lot of you, I know you're trying to, or not trying to, you are in motion and in the process of raising your income so that you can fully experience life and you can fully experience what it feels like to give on a higher level and become the higher, fuller expressions of yourself. So 95% mindset, and that's why we're starting off with mindset, right? So you could be a stock trader down there in the New York Stock Exchange, or you could be a stock trader like Warren Buffett. Really think about this, because the only difference is mindset and time. Think about that, right? You could be a realtor. I know a lot of realtors, a lot of my colleagues and friends, we train a ton of realtors from all over the world, actually. And you could be in real estate, or you could be in real estate like Mr. Grant Cardone. Now, love him or hate him, the dude controls about $1 billion in real estate, right? So it's all about mindset, guys. And the same thing, you could be in network marketing like most of you are, and this is the GoPro Mastery. And if you're looking at this, you probably can't see it, but I'm in this picture in the front row. Front and center, I'm in this picture with Eric Worre. He's a friend of mine. And you can be in network marketing, or you can be like Mr. Alex Morton, who's in network marketing and operating at 7 figures a month, and he got there in his 20s, right? So it's all mindset. It's not what you're doing, it's how you do it and how you think about doing it, which is why we're going to start with mindset. And the first thing I want to do for you guys is really get you grounded in the industry that you're in. See, a lot of you are in network marketing, you have it as a vehicle, and you're not sold on it yourself. You don't know the history of it, you don't know the power of it, and you're half scared to be in it, but you want to do something because you're sick of working 40 hours a week, making somebody else rich. And there's nothing wrong with having a job. I had a job before. But you have something that drew you to network marketing. So I want to give you some more evidence, some more foundation, some more belief in what you're doing, because network marketing for me was what started everything. All right. It was the tip of the sword to everything. It literally started my entrepreneurial journey. It led me to Bob Proctor. It led me to a whole host of things. And it gave me speaking skills. It gave me coaching skills. It gave me confidence. It gave me business acumen. And what I want you guys to understand is the profession of network marketing is over a $200 billion a year industry. Think about that. This dwarfs Amazon. If you guys think Amazon is big, and it's big, it's global, what I want you to understand is the industry that you're in is bigger than that. Over $200 billion a year is moved in products and services around the world, and rapidly, rapidly growing. There are more millionaire network marketers than there are millionaire realtors. Think about that one. People don't look at real estate and say, oh, is that a pyramid scheme? It's real estate, right? Well, network marketing, it just has a lot of ignorance surrounded by it, and so do a lot of other industries. But I want you to think about this. There's more millionaire network marketers than there are millionaire realtors, right? Most of us have a recession-proof home-based business. A lot of times what you're operating, I know a lot of people here, you're in a recession-proof home-based business. Real estate is not recession-proof. Your job is not recession-proof. A lot of people thought their job was recession-proof until we had this little coronavirus kick. And I know doctors and lawyers and dentists that were making 6 figures a month that all of a sudden saw their income dry up overnight because of this thing. And who could have predicted this, right? So it's important to build your own economy, to have multiple revenue streams. It didn't matter to me that my construction company shut down because I have a dozen other things going on. And I don't say that to impress you. I say it to impress upon you. 10 years ago, I only had construction. And this virus would have crippled me, right? So multiple revenue streams, guys. And network marketing is kind of like the gateway drug into entrepreneurship. When I started getting into network marketing, it gave me the skills and it led me to Bob Proctor. And Bob Proctor taught me a lot of what we're teaching here. And now he's a close personal friend. He's my business mentor and just an amazing human being. And the skills from network marketing and the skills we're teaching here allowed me to scale my construction company from $1 million to $10 million in 12 months. I want you to think about that. And again, I was rowing the same boat of ignorance for 43 years. So it has less to do with me than it does the information we're teaching here tonight. And network marketing led me to this. And it led me to a whole host of other companies, the software company, gaming company, the clothing company, the consulting business, all from network marketing. So many of you are just getting into that journey. You're just realizing what this little animal, this little thing you have. But if you get caught up in listening to the people around you, Joe's six-pack plumbers, or what are you in that pyramid scheme? It's like, dude, you've been plumbing for 40 years. What do you got to show? And there's nothing wrong with plumbing if you're a plumber. I know some plumbers that are very wealthy. But I'm just saying a lot of times we're taking advice from people that don't have the results to back it up. Does that make sense, guys? So when you get into this industry, it behooves you to study a little bit and go to things like the GoPro Mastery. I go there every year. You start to understand that people like Richard Branson, people like John Maxwell, people like Robert Kiyosaki. Now, these people are not in network marketing, but they all are huge fans of network marketing. They all say that network marketing is one of the easiest things to leverage and grow and scale for the average person to get into. There's almost no cost up front, and you instantaneously have access to the world. You have worldwide distribution. There's no financial risk. There's no stress. There's no pressure. So understand the industry you're in and get bulletproof with it, because like I said, network marketing has made a lot of leaders around the world. And again, most global thought leaders are huge fans of network marketing. They suggest to use this as an entry point into entrepreneurship. Build up some money here, use that to build up real estate. You can start your own companies. Very much the same thing happened to me. And in network marketing, it's very highly encouraged that people start doing personal development, right? Most of you have heard of Jim Rohn and Tony Robbins and John Maxwell and Bob Proctor. This is where you get introduced to these people, right? So network marketing has very little to do with the money and more about the lifestyle and the understanding. This is where you can learn to lead for free. See, if you go to school for business, you got to spend 4 to 6 years and a couple of $100,000 before you're ever out in the field earning money. In network marketing, you can pay $100 and you can learn to lead and speak and coach and train while you're getting paid the whole time. You're actually getting paid to learn versus paying to learn. But people that are ignorant actually look at you and say, what is that thing you're doing? You should go to college, right? And again, guys, there's nothing wrong with college if you want to be an employee. But if you want to be an entrepreneur, network marketing is the college for entrepreneurs. That makes sense, guys? Type a 1 in the chat if this is resonating. I want you guys to understand the industry that you're in and be able to talk loud and proud and professional about it to other people that might have an opinion of a different point of view. All right, guys. So here's the deal. The fact of the matter is that 96% of the world's wealth is earned by 1% of the population. I want you to think about that. 96% of the world's wealth is earned by 1% of the population. And now, more importantly, why do we have statistics like this? Why is this? Why is this, right? Think about this. All over the world, we have people doing a lot of different things, but all the wealth is being earned by 1% of the population. So if this is the case, why don't all network marketers succeed at a high level? Think about this. Why is it, well, it could be realtors too. Why doesn't anybody in any industry? It's the same reason that people of all professions don't succeed at a high level. That's not a network marketing thing. That's a global thing, right? Most people don't succeed at high levels in real estate. Most people don't succeed at high levels as an athlete. It's very few people that become NFL pros or NBA pros, right? So it's not a network marketing thing. That's just a global thing. And what we're here to do tonight is give you guys some awareness so you can start to understand how to succeed at everything you do. Now, the reason, and there's no blame and there's no fault here, guys, the reason is we're simply not taught from birth how to build wealth in schools. Right? We're not taught. It's not part of our curriculum. We're taught a little bit of math, little English, little science, little history. You're being taught to be a school teacher. You're not being taught to build wealth. We're not taught things like decision-making. We're not taught about our self-image. If we were, you wouldn't have so many teen suicides, right? And we're certainly not taught wealth building. But the biggest thing we're not taught is what a paradigm is. What is a paradigm, right? Now, a paradigm is just a fancy word that we use to describe all of the mental programs that are stored in your subconscious mind, controlling all of your results. And I'm going to say this a few different ways so it sinks in, right? Your subconscious mind is like an operating system. You're born a blank slate. You don't have any programming when you're born except for drooling, maybe crapping in your diaper and latching onto your mom to eat, right? So we don't really have many programs. Think about this. When you're born, you can't walk, you can't speak. You don't have programs that you can access so you can speak and walk and do things, right? So a paradigm is just the definition of all these programs that all of you have stored in your subconscious mind, causing all of your results. Warren Buffett has a program called earning on average of $37 million a day, and you have programs for earning what you're earning. All right, guys? So a paradigm is just a word that we use to describe all of these programs you have in your subconscious mind. If you've ever seen the movie The Matrix, it starts to make a lot of sense. That's why our company's called The Matrix. So think of your subconscious mind like an operating system in a computer. It'll make a lot more sense. A brand new operating system doesn't have any programs, not until you download Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Adobe, right? So your subconscious mind is identical to that. And when you're born, you're a blank slate. Now what happens is your mentors, AKA your parents, start to do all the programming. But they do it by example, not on purpose. If you have parents that are fighting when you grow up, you learn that behavior, and that's a program called relationships. If you have parents that are eating very poorly and not exercising, then you see that behavior and you eat what they eat and you become like they are. And all these programs get locked in. Then you go to grade school and then they teach everything at the lowest common denominator. So you're being taught at the lowest common denominator, right? And then you go through all, grade school and high school, and they're taking all these years to learn things like, a little bit of math and science and English, things that can be taught very, very fast. So we have all these programs stored in our subconscious mind, but again, we're not taught wealth building. If you had grown up with Warren Buffett as your dad, by now you'd already be a billionaire. Let that one sink in a little bit, right? So it's not your fault. It's not the school's fault. It's not your parents' fault either. We're just not taught these things, right? You were not taught the program called walking until your parents, your mentors grabbed you and put one foot in front of the other, and it took repetition to do it. And now you have a program called walking, right? So smoking is also a paradigm. Smoking is also a program stored in your subconscious mind. Smoking is not a physical habit. It's a mental program expressed physically. Everything starts as conscious thought energy, and then it gets expressed physically, right? If you want to walk, you have a thought from your conscious, and you access your subconscious, and you start walking. So everything is programmed. Smoking is a program. And if it can be programmed in, it can be programmed out. But we got people thinking that everything's physical first, which is ass backwards. Everything is in thought energy first. So wealth building is a program. It's just a program, guys. But we're not taught wealth building in school. We should be taught real estate in school. We should be taught Forex trading in school. Think about this. If we were, we would have skills when we graduated high school, right? We would have worked in high school. We'd save up a few bucks. We'd go get a 3-family. We'd move in, and we would rent out the other 2 floors. And we would be 18 years old in a cash positive situation. And then we'd get on the internet. We'd study Forex trading. We'd learn to build wealth there. Like, you wouldn't need to go to college unless you wanted to be a surgeon or a lawyer or a physicist or something that was trade specific. Does that make sense, guys? Type a 7 in the chat if this is resonating. These are just all programs. We're not taught them. It's not your fault, right? There's no blame here, but it's generational ignorance. And what we're here to do tonight is make you very, very aware of the amazing, astounding profession of network marketing that you're in. You want to be loud and proud about this. All right, guys? So wealth building is a habit, and we're here to teach you that stuff here tonight. So what I want to do now is just take a real quick detour and show you guys where this information comes from. This information is what allowed me to develop all these companies and be CEO of all these companies. And it all came from my journey in network marketing. And again, guys, it's not about me. I'm not here to impress you. I was rowing the same boat of ignorance for 43 years, but I do want to impress upon you that network marketing was the key to all this. And I still have a network marketing company. We're the number 2 earner in the company. We spend about 5 to 7 hours a week. And what we're going to teach you over the next 3 days is how to be very, very efficient, be very, very strong in what you're doing, and how to get to the top of your company using minimum time, right? So the information we're teaching today, it started back in the beginning of time, but as of recent times, Andrew Carnegie, the world's first recorded billionaire, passed this information that we're teaching here tonight on to Napoleon Hill. And a lot of you guys know Napoleon Hill as the author of Think and Grow Rich. Think about that title. That is a statement. That's not a title. You think and grow rich. Some people think and grow depressed. Either way, right? It's thought moving to and through you into the physical form expressing, right? And Napoleon Hill passed this information on to Earl Nightingale. Not a lot of people know Earl, especially millennials, but he brought this information forward in the 50s and 60s, and he mentored my mentor, excuse me, Mr. Bob Proctor. A lot of you guys know Bob now. And like you said, he's a friend, he's a mentor, he's a coach, a trainer. He's like Yoda. He's really cool to hang out with. And he's been passing this information on to yours truly, which has become my personal passion, just really committing my life to helping people connect the dots. And that's why we do these things for free. All right, guys, what we're doing here is just trying to connect the dots. And we are passing this information on. So feel free to, when you get these recordings, share them. We don't have any fear-based stuff here. We give this information for free in hopes of just helping people. So that's a little bit where this stuff comes from, guys. And again, I want to go through the levels of awareness. That'll be the next thing we do. And I don't know why those are bouncing up like that. Levels of awareness, guys. This section of the journey here, I want to make you supremely aware of what's going on so that you don't maximize your goals. What I mean by that, some of you guys are setting goals of 100,000 a month. That's not a big goal or a small goal. It's just a goal. But if you think it's big, it's going to be a double binding message. You won't be a vibrational match for it, and you'll always be wanting it, but not receiving it, right? Now, I want you to think about this. Like some of you guys last year, you set a goal of wanting to get to 6 figures. Really think about this. You set a goal, I want to get to 6 figures. 12 months goes by, guess what? You got your goal. You still want to get to 6 figures. Let that one sink in for a minute, right? Somebody told me that today, my good friend Kenny Coleman, who cracked me up. It's so true. We don't understand the mindset. We don't understand the mindset. You don't want to get to 6 figures, right? That's in the future. You are 6 figures. It's a now, it's a feeling, it's a present. And guys, people aren't earning $50,000 a year because they want to earn $50,000 a year. They're earning $50,000 a year because that's what they're aware of. See, it's not intelligence, it's awareness. Don't confuse the two. We can become aware through studying and repetition. So same thing with 100,000 a year, that nobody's earning 100K a year because that's what they want. They're earning that because that's what they're aware of. And even 250,000 a year. That's not a lot or a little, it's just an amount, right? So guys, it's all frequencies, it's all vibrations, it's all understanding, it's all awareness. And what we're doing here is learning to raise our level of awareness. And as you raise your level of awareness, you can raise your income. So $500,000, $1 million, $5 million a year, $5 million a month, There's no big or small. They're just frequencies and levels of awareness. What we need to do here for the first time maybe in your life is make a damn decision on what you want. Most people are setting goals based on what they think they can get. Now, you're not even sure of who and what you are, what you're capable of. So we don't want to set a goal based on what you think you can get. That'll be very limiting. What you want to do is go there, right? There is a place. I mean, the 5 million a year, it's already here. The money's here. You're just not a vibrational match for it. We're going to show you how to become a vibrational match for what you want. Right now, what happens through study, through repetitions, through seminars like this, and through taking physical action, right? If you're studying in your mind and you're studying in your craft and you're taking action every day after day, what you'll see is you'll start to see these levels of awareness increase. You start to have a success and your subconscious mind grabs a hold of that. So, ooh, that worked. That little phrase worked. That little presentation worked. Now this person's moving. Now they're earning money. And you'll start to see day after day that your levels of awareness increase as long as we keep doing our end of the deal. See, you can't try something, get some feedback, curl up in a ball, take 4 weeks off, and then go at it again. That's not the way it works. That's like turning a light switch on and then off, but then expecting the light to be on. Guys, in network marketing, more than any other profession, you need consistency. You need consistency. I don't care if you're only showing your business 3 times a week. Do that for 5 years straight and watch what happens. It's impossible to fail if you know the deal. It's a numbers game, right? So here's the deal. You'll hit your goal if you surrender to the process and do the things and cause the energy to flow. And when you finally get to your goals, guys, here's what you're going to realize is you could have set the goal here, right? Guys, there is no big or small. There's only conscious awareness and relativity. The earth is not big or small until you compare it to a golf ball or the universe. Let that one sink in a little bit, guys. Guys, type a 1 in the chat if that resonates. Your goal, 100,000 a month or a week or a day, is not big or small. Not until you compare it to where you're at now. What you need to do, guys, you need to learn to fall in love with your goal and minimize it. Feel it, breathe it, act as if it's already here. It's called the actor's technique. You actually have to trick your subconscious into understanding that it's already here. And it is already here. And I can prove it to you. Right, here's an example. If you're studying network marketing every day for maybe 15, 20 minutes, you're studying in your mind every day, and you're reaching out to 50 people a day, right? I mean, that's like 1,500 people a month. It's like, I don't know, 12,000 people a year. How many years in a row do you think you can reach out to 12,000 people and not be successful, not get to 6 figures, 7 figures? That's a mathematical impossibility. It's people stop too early. They don't understand. Does that make sense, guys? So it's just a mathematical fact. If you do certain things and you keep doing the thing, you're going to get there. And that's what we want to encourage you guys to do. All right, guys, so I want you to play along with me here. Now, I know some of you might have seen this, so no cheating here. But what do you suppose this is? I want you to type in the chat. What does this look like to you guys? What does this look like to you guys? I know we got people from all over the world here. What do we got here? A baby, us, baby New Year, me. If you still look like this, man, you're really intelligent because you're on a Zoom meeting. A millionaire, I like that one. Somebody's future thinking, innocence. Yeah, exactly. Gerber baby. Yeah, this is you. This is a brand new network marketer. This is you. This is me when I started. And this is, yeah, it's a clean slate, just like you said there, right? So I want you to think about this. Now, there's not good or bad or big or small. When you're born, you don't have ideas. You don't have limiting beliefs. You don't get embarrassed. You'll try anything when you're a baby. I mean, you'll peel your clothes off right in the middle of a restaurant. You just don't care. You don't have those things, right? So now we would not beat up on a little baby if the baby couldn't just get up and walk and speak and dress itself. So why are you beating up on yourselves if you don't just instantly crush network marketing right away? I want you to think about that. You're just brand new. That's okay, right? Now, as a brand new baby, I want you to think about this because everything is levels of awareness. This is going to make a lot of sense, guys. You would not expect your brand new child to put their clothes on day one. You would not take the clothes and say, here you go, little dude, put these clothes on, and then get really upset and pissed off if the baby couldn't put the clothes on, right? We would even use the word impossible. It's impossible for a baby to get dressed day one because they are not aware of how to do it, right? Think about it. They're not aware. They haven't been shown. They have not built in the program called getting dressed. Well, guess what? There's programs called being a success in network marketing. There's excuse me, prospecting and inviting programs. There's the sales pitch. There's presentation programs. There's closing skills or closing programs. And the more you try, the more you build the program. That's all it is, guys. It's just programs. Time becomes the only variable. So we would use the word impossible here for the baby to get dressed, but it's no different. 6 figures a month, 7 figures a month. It's not impossible. It's just a program you have to learn. It's actually very easy when you get rid of all the bullshit and the noise and the chaos that you're surrounding yourself with. You got to surrender to the process and stop focusing on the how and just do the thing. All right, guys. So play along with me again in the chat, guys. What does this look like to you guys? What do you suppose this looks like? What do you guys think this is? Exploration, attempting, dinner. I don't think he's eating dinner. I think he's wearing it, right? Trying. I like that, trying. Yeah, disaster. Messy, having fun. There we go. Now we're getting towards it. Yeah, this is still you. This is still you, guys. This is still you, maybe a month into your network marketing business, maybe 6 months, maybe a year into the business, making a complete disastrous mess of it. But here's the difference. This baby is having fun and you're not. That's the difference. You're thinking about quitting. Oh, this thing's not working. It's not network marketing that's not working. It just means you're not aware yet. That's all it means. Actually, it's not a big deal. It just means that you're learning, right? Now, if you went to a 4-year school for mechanical engineering, you wouldn't go through year 1 and say, why don't I know everything yet? Like, I'm dropping out. That's it. I'm done. It's not working. You're expecting 4 years before you can even make money. What I would say to you guys is, why don't you do the same thing in your network marketing business? Because it can pay you a hell of a lot more than engineering can. I promise you, because I'm an engineer. Think about that. Give it a 4-year shot. Don't expect anything. Now, you're going to make money. You're going to learn. And some of you are going to hit 6 figures in a year, maybe even 7 figures in a year. But by and large, you, your team, most of the people, it might take that freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior year in network marketing to get to 6 figures a year or 6 figures a month. And would it be worth it? Would it be worth it? What else are you going to do in the 4 years that's going to get you to those kind of numbers, right? So guys, you're going to have fun with this. Get back to the basics. Enjoy the journey. It's not about the destination. It's about the journey. Does that make sense, guys? Is this resonating? Type of 1 in the chat if this is resonating, because it's all levels of awareness and it's all about enjoying the journey. Excuse me. Awesome. Glad you're enjoying the ride here, guys. It's not your fault is the other thing. I really want you to pay attention. Take a screenshot. This would be a great thing to hang on your picture. Take a screenshot of this. It's not your fault. Stop beating yourselves up. You guys are wasting an order of magnitude and energy and time being frustrated or beating yourselves up instead of putting all that energy in towards what you want. I don't care where you came from. I don't care what you did. I don't care if you did a dozen companies before this one. Stop focusing on that and start focusing on what you want. Put all the energy towards what you're doing, and your success will come very, very rapidly. All right, guys? So what I want to do here too is introduce you to the Mindset Masters. If this is resonating, I'm just going to put something in the chat. A lot of you guys are probably already in this. We have something called the Mindset Masters. And this little program here will, it's a journey. It's a, what do I want to say? It's a community of like-minded people. And what we're doing here in the journey is helping you guys understand. We're doing daily live coaching. It's a lot of stuff like you're seeing here, right? We have free webinars. We have free admission to things. We have interactive coaching sessions on Monday night. And we give you access to top industry leaders and coaches. We actually did this last night. We had a branding and marketing expert from all over the world. We had him on last night, and we had him coaching and teaching and training. So if this is resonating, you guys can click on the chat. I just put it in there, and you can learn more about it. All right, guys. So let's keep going on with the journey here. And yes, we raise your level of awareness in the Mindset Masters. All right, so the next phase of what we're doing here is talking about the universal laws, guys. We want to get you guys understanding a little bit about the universal laws that are shaping our world and shaping your creation, because when you learn a little bit about these, what happens is you get in harmony with creation, right? You're getting in harmony with creation, and you're getting in harmony with the laws that govern the world. So when you start to tap into this even just a little bit, you're going to have a lot higher understanding and a lot higher awareness. All right, guys. So the first universal law is the law of vibration. We talk about that. You hear me talking about vibrating all the time and things of that nature. And what it really means is this universal law is kind of like gravity, kind of like electricity and things like that, things like magnetism. So the law of vibration is one of the first primary laws. We have the law of transmutation of energy. I'm going to get a little bit into that as well. We have the law of polarity, which is the law of opposites. We have the law of rhythms, like the tide goes out, the tide comes in. You have winter, spring, summer, fall. You don't have winter, winter, summer, winter, right? So there's all these universal laws. We have the law of gender. We have the law of relativity, which I talked about, right? There's no such thing as big or small. There's only conscious awareness and relativity. So I want you guys to think about that as we go on. And then we have the law of gestation as well. So let's talk about, well, just universal laws in general, because a lot of people, when I say universal laws, you might think that's ethereal when it's really physics and science. So there is a universal law of gravity, right? We all know there's a universal law of gravity, and nobody here can explain gravity, but we're all conditioned to work with it, right? So I want you to think about that. We can't explain it. The most erudite physicists in the world can't explain it, but we have gotten in harmony with it, right? We fly around the world at 600 miles an hour in these jumbo airliners. We can't explain it, but we're in harmony with it. Does that make sense, guys? So when I talk about getting in harmony with these laws, you don't have to understand them to be able to get in harmony with them. We teach you how to raise your vibration so you can invoke the law of magnetism or attraction to attract what you want into your life. Human beings are electromagnetic beings. So when you raise your vibration constantly, everything you want comes towards you. That's what the law of attraction is. So you notice I said it's not the opinion, right? It's not the law of opinion, the law of attraction. This is all science and physics. All right, so let me dig into vibration a little bit, because I think this will help you guys understand just a little bit more. When people talk about attraction, that's not opinion, it's science. And attraction responds to vibration. All right, I want you to think about that. Attraction responds to vibration. So when you guys are building your network marketing businesses, when you're building a big team, what you're doing is attracting a team. Think about that. You want to attract a team. We're going to show you exactly how to do it here. All right, guys? So if you took a little acorn under a microscope, you would see that it's in a low rate of vibration. That's why it appears to be solid. But if you shrunk yourself down small enough, you could fly right through the acorn. Now, when you take the acorn in a low vibration, you put it in the right environment, what you'd see is that the vibration of the acorn would start to increase. So when something gets in the right environment, it gets in harmony with the laws of growth and the laws of creation, the laws of God and nature, right? So when that vibration of the acorn increases, what you'll see is that anything that is in harmony with it, like the minerals and the nutrients, everything it needs, starts to dance towards the acorn. You wouldn't notice that all the earth clumps to the acorn. You'll just see what it's in harmony with, starts to dance towards it, little minerals, little things like that. And it clumps or attracts to the acorn, and you'll see the acorn start to swell and grow and stretch and sprout and start to turn into an oak tree. Now, we can't explain that part of it. That's what God is. That's what Mother Nature is. We have these invisible laws that we can't explain, but we can explain vibration and we can explain attraction. And what you guys are looking to do is attract a lot of people into your business. I'm showing you exactly how to do it here. You raise your vibration constantly and you'll attract people into your life. All right, so that's a little bit about the law of attraction. The law of attraction responds to vibration. And again, guys, these are universal laws. These are not opinion, right? So I also want to talk a little bit about the transmutation of energy, because that's what a network marketing company is too. At some point you had a thought. Yes, I'm going to take a shot at this. Yes, I want to build a big team, right? And I want to create this global network marketing team. That is a transmutation of energy from the thought to the thing. And I'm going to give you an example. So one of my businesses is construction. I used to be an architect. I still have a construction company. This is one of our job sites. And when this home went to be built, right, it was the homeowner that came to me with an idea. What is an idea? That's a thought. So is starting a network marketing company. It's a thought. And then they transmuted that energy to me through speech, through words, and through pictures. And then I designed the house on a computer, and then I gave a set of plans to the site contractor who started digging the hole for the foundation. right? So my site contractor thought he was working. What he was actually doing is expressing the thought energy of the homeowner. I want you to really think about this. It'll blow your mind, right? Nobody would be on this job site if the homeowner didn't think about building the house. Would you guys agree? And the next thing you know, there's a foundation. The foundation guys show up, they pour the foundation. Now the physical form of the thought energy is starting to manifest. All right? And then the framers show up. They start framing the roof, the windows, the siding all goes on. The next thing you know, you have, this is about an $8 million house that we built. You have an $8 million house and everybody thinks that they're working. The homeowners think, well, I got a house, but nobody's really understanding that this was a transmutation of energy. All right, everything you guys do is a transmutation of energy. If you think depressing thoughts, you'll be in a low vibration and you'll transmute that energy into a physically depressed human being. If you think thoughts of abundance and a global empire and 100,000 a month consistently, then you will transmute that energy to and through you into the physical form of a 100,000 person downline. Guys, type a 1 in the chat if this is resonating, because everything in the universe, including the universe itself, started as no thing, thought energy. Call it God, call it universal consciousness. Everything is nothing before it's something, including your businesses, all right? Whatever you're trying to do, including relationships, physical fitness, your body is nothing more than a series of thoughts transmuted to and through you into the physical expression of what you now see in the mirror. All right, guys, we can use this for everything. So what happens if you ignore gravity? What happens if you ignore these universal laws? All right, guys, think about this. Think about this. You can't be ignorant of these laws, or if you are, it's going to have an effect on you. So a massive network marketing company is a transmutation of energy. That's all it is. It's a transmutation of consistent energy over time. What's happening with most of you is you're not consistent. You're over there flicking the light switch up and down repetitively, and you're wondering why the light's not staying on. Consistency, consistency, consistency. I don't care if you sign new people into your company. I just care that you ask people every day, right? If you study in your industry and you study in your mind and you ask people every day, you're designed to figure it out. The only variable becomes time. That's it, guys. Consistency. It's a transmutation of energy over consistency of time. All right, guys? So the next thing we're going to talk about here, guys, is how the 1% thinks and acts and operates. But before we do there, guys, you're getting value out of this? Type a 7 in the chat if you're getting some value. I want to make sure we're impactful and we have some aha moments here. Good, good. Love it. Love it, love it. So we're going to show you how the 1% thinks, guys. And when you start to learn this, again, what I'm talking about is the 1% of happy people. Not just money. I'm talking about the 1% of people that live what we call a heavenly life, where you're creating exactly what you want. You're living exactly how you want to live. Now, money has to be a piece of that, but it's the smallest piece. All right, guys? So this is how you were born. This is how I was born. This is how we're all born. We're born ignorant. We're born to look at our results. We're conditioned to look at results. Right from day one, you're conditioned. You get into school, and they start giving you report cards. And you look at the results. The report card says you're a D student. Well, I must be a D student. That's not true at all. What you're seeing on the report card is what you were thinking 6 months ago. It's not what you're thinking now. It doesn't represent you now. It represents the past. But we look at the results and we use those results to cause our thinking. We get a bad report card. We start thinking bad report card. We start thinking we're a bad student. So we keep replicating the results of the bad report card. So the thinking causes low vibrations or low feelings. People call this sad or depressed, right? Feeling is the word that we use to describe the conscious awareness of the vibration that you're in. I want you to think about that. If you tell me you feel sad, what you're saying is I'm in a low vibration. If you tell me you feel happy, what you're telling me is in a high vibration. Now, somebody asked in the chat, how do I get in a high vibration? Do things that make you happy. Think thoughts that make you happy. Happiness just means vibration, high vibration. All right, guys? So we look at the results. It causes the thinking causes the feelings, and those feelings cause your body to move. If you're feeling sad, you're not going to move. It's a low vibration. It's a depression, right? So this is a self-fulfilling doom cycle. This is how we're programmed from birth, and this is how most people remain all the way to the end when we disintegrate. All right? What I want to do, I want to show you right here and now. You don't have to take years to understand this. You can understand this right here and now. This is how the 1% thinks. This is how we think. Every morning I have new thinking. 10 million a month, 10 million a month, 10 million a month, 10 million a month. I'm in the shower, 10 million a month, 10 million a month, 10 million a month. I'm on the walk, I'm on the hike. I'm thinking it right now with you guys. My mind is super saturated with the high vibrational thought of 10 million a month and all the amazing, beautiful things that it's going to do. And guys, that's a short-term goal. That's not my big goal. That's my for now goal. My big goal is, well, it's not big or small. My C-type goal is $21 billion in net worth and assets by age 55. And that's where the idea for the software company came from, and the clothing company, right? And all these other companies that we have, the consulting company. When you set the goal and you forget the how, the answers will come. They have to by law and physics. Most of you have so much chaos and noise in your mind as you're not freeing open the channel to connect with God and the infinite. So we have things in the Mindset Masters to show you how to do this. If you want to learn how to raise your vibration, come join us in the Mindset Masters. It's not as simple as me just saying a word here. It's a process, and that's why we created it. So it's the new thinking causes the new feelings, or the higher vibrations, causes the body to move differently, new actions, and new actions have to, by law, cause new results. Guys, take a look at this. I could explain this to a 5-year-old. You can't use yesterday's thinking to cause tomorrow's results, not if you want different results. The only time you look at your results to cause your thinking is if you want to keep replicating your results. So if you're independently wealthy, you're blissfully happy, and you're a shredded specimen of awesomeness, then you can look at your results to cause your thinking. For the rest of us that have goals, we want the new thinking all the time. New thinking, new thinking, new thinking. All right, guys, this resonating? Is this making sense? Type a 1 in the chat if that's making sense, because that's a pretty easy concept, right? Pretty easy concept. But herein lies the problem. What we're talking about is a paradigm shift. What we're talking about is changing your mind. So if we want to change your mind, what does your mind look like? What does your mind look like? Guys, play along with me here. What do you think your mind is? What does your mind look like? Go ahead and type in the chat. What does your mind look like? What do you guys think that looks like? Any ideas? What do you guys think the mind looks like? Type in the chat. What does the mind look like to you? Movement, a pathway of energy? You can't see it. Electrical currents firing, I like that one. Bunch of wires, mushy energy. Energies are good, that's close, yeah. Thoughts? Yeah, see, here's the problem. How do you change something? Look at all the differences of opinions here. If I ask you what your car looks like, you're gonna say, well, it's got 4 doors, it's white, it's, right? You're gonna be able to describe it. But since we can't describe the mind, how do you change it? So what we have here, guys, is we have something called the mind map. Something called the stickman or the mind map. And this was invented by Dr. Thurman Fleet in the 1930s. And this is a graphical representation, so you have a picture of what your mind looks like. Now, guys, this is not an actual picture of your mind, right? But this is something we call the mind map that'll give you an idea. It'll give you a reference or a point of view to understand what the mind is, right? So we have a conscious mind, we have a subconscious mind, and we have a body, right? And once you understand this even a little bit, even from here and tonight, you're gonna start to get what's going on and why you might not be moving towards your goals, right? We're born in ignorance, like I said, guys, and we're born with all these limitations. Well, actually, you're not born with limitations. You have limitations programmed in from your mentors. You're actually born limitless, but we are born ignorant. Ignorance is not a bad term. It just means not knowing. Right? So we're born and we have worry and doubt about things we don't know. Most of you are worrying about your network marketing business. What are my friends going to say? What are my neighbors going to say? What is my wife thinking? Right? What is my boss thinking? Guys, people aren't thinking. Stop worrying about it, because this is what happens. It causes negative thinking, which causes fear in the subconscious mind. And fear is an emotion. It's also an illusion. It doesn't exist until you put energy towards it. But fear has to express to and through the body as the physical form of anxiety. This is why people get anxious about network marketing or anything that they try. And since you don't like the feeling of anxiety, it's easier to stop moving and just going back to doing what you were doing the day before. This is what causes procrastination, right? So if you've ever had anxiety, this is what's going on. Guys, we can get rid of anxiety within days of being in the Mindset Masters. It doesn't take long. All it takes is a certain level of awareness and understanding. Once you know how you're programmed, you can unwire that program, and then you can wire in the programs you want. So anxiety and fear are just programs. But this is what happens. This is what happens to most network marketers. They stay stuck in ignorance. They don't research the industry. They don't know that a professional network marketer makes about 10 times what a professional surgeon makes. Think about that. You start to get some of these statistics and this knowledge, and you understand the profession, you'll be bulletproof, man. You'll be talking to CEOs and lawyers and doctors, and you'll have a professional team. See, what we want to do is we want to get you on the side of knowledge. And the way we get knowledge is through studying understanding. That's what we're doing here tonight, right? And knowledge gives you faith. You don't wonder if you can get dressed anymore. You have faith you can get dressed. You have the knowledge, you have the program, right? So faith is the thing that we do. It's the state of mind that we put ourselves in until we realize the goal. So once you set a goal, that's a certain state of mind. You need to have faith that you can hit the goal because you don't have evidence. You don't have the physical. So faith is nothing more than a state of mind you have to hold in between setting a goal and achieving it. Does that make sense, guys? When you get to 100,000 a month, you don't need the faith anymore because you have the physical evidence, right? But the instant you decide you want 100,000 a month, you actually have it in the energy state. You have it in the vibrational state. What you need to do is get the body and the spirit in alignment with the 100K a month to become a vibrational match for the 100K a month. The instant you do that, the instant it'll come. Does that make sense, guys? So faith is not a religious thing, although it can be. It's just the opposite of fear. When somebody asked earlier, how do you get into a high vibration? Faith is a high vibration. You have faith that it has to happen by law. Most people have fear that it won't happen, so it doesn't happen. They're actually causing it not to happen. Guys, I want you to write this one down. And if you're not paying attention, I want you to pay attention, because fear, right, is the opposite of faith. And worrying is like praying for what you don't want. So if you're somebody that goes to church on Sundays, think about that. Worrying is like praying for what you don't want. It's literally saying, I don't want a flat tire. I don't want disease, right? You're putting energy out, causing the thing to happen. So if you're somebody that prays, worrying, whenever you're worrying, it's like praying for what you don't want. Let that one sink in. Make sure you write that down. We want to stop doing that. What you want to do is just always be in a constant state of prayer or gratitude or faith. That's how you get in a vibrational match what you want. So when we have faith, it makes the body move. We have acceleration, action, and it puts our body at ease. This makes sense, guys? Take a screenshot of this. And as a matter of fact, if you registered for tonight, if you're on our email list, we will email you this PDF so you can print it out and you can laminate. I have these things all over my office. I have them laminated, right? And I also have the other side like that as well. These things are awesome to have. We give them out, so make sure you guys have that. All right, guys, hopefully we're blowing your minds by this point. Hopefully you're getting some value. I want to show you a couple more slides here, and I want to get your opinion. What does this look like to you guys? When you look at this picture, what does this look like to you guys? What does this look like? Fear, confusion, chaos, overthinking, a woman's head. That's not nice. Chaos, stress, yeah, all this stuff, right? Law of attraction. It actually is the law of attraction. That's a very good point, right? This would be attracting what you don't want, though. See, guys, you're always attracting everything into your life. The law of attraction is not something you do and don't do. You just become aware of what you want and what you don't want. Most people are, well, actually, everybody's attracting everything to their life. Most people just don't know how to raise their vibration and attract what they want. But this is what fear looks like. This is what doubt looks like. This is what worry looks like. So guys, if you look like this, if your mind looks like this, what do you suppose you're attracting on a daily basis? Why do you suppose you get headaches? Why do you suppose you get dis-ease? Why do you suppose we get sickness? Why do you suppose some people have this virus and some people don't? See, I am not a vibrational match for this virus, so therefore it's physically impossible for me to get it. Think about that. The frequency of this virus is about 5 hertz, somewhere between 5 and 15 hertz. Now, a high vibrating person's frequency is somewhere between 50 and 150 hertz. So the only time somebody can become a vibrational match for the dis-ease is when they're in a low vibration. Think about that, right? A little bit of awareness, a little bit of education can prevent almost everything. All right, guys, let's play along again. What does this look like to you guys? It's me and my daughter, Maddie, right? We're in network marketing. So I'm the #2 earner. She's the highest ranking, youngest person in the company. What does this look like to you guys? Legends. Thanks, guys. Not legends. Legends in my own mind, maybe. High vibrations. Ah, there we go. Happiness. Yes, very, very happy. Joy, powerful, maybe. Power, sure. Happiness, yes. High vibration. Guys, this is what faith looks like. This is what faith looks like. I don't wonder if I'm going to sell our company for $21 billion, our software company. I don't wonder about becoming the #1 income earner of my company. I know it's going to happen. It has to happen by law because I am attracting and I understand these laws. Does that make sense, guys? And I'm not saying this to impress you. It doesn't mean I'm any better or any worse, by the way. I'm no better than anybody here. I'm just more aware maybe than some of you. That's all it is. It's a level of awareness. It's not a level of supremacy. Everybody here, you're better than me at something. I can promise you. I am largely ignorant about almost everything except for what we're teaching here and things that I've focused on. All right, guys? And we can talk to you about this as a question of how do you strengthen your faith. That's exactly what we teach you guys in the Mindset Masters. Again, we can't solve everything on a little 1-hour webinar. We can give you a lot. We can give you a lot. You're going to get the replay on this too, guys. All right, so I want you to imagine, we've been chatting right now for about 40 minutes or so, maybe 50 minutes, having a good time. I want you guys to imagine, more of this information every single day. What would your life look like if you were getting capsules of this information every single day, moving towards your goals? I mean, I use this information to become the #2 earner in our company, only working about 5 to 7 hours a week in network marketing. So what do you imagine you would live? What do you imagine your life would look like? What does it feel like to move towards 100,000 a month, right? Or even 10,000 a month for some of you guys, depending on where you're at. What does that feel like? What does it look like? You're wondering how to raise your vibration? I'm giving you the answers here. What does it feel like? What does it look like? I want you to imagine, where are you working? Full-time network marketing. You can do that from anywhere in the world. All of my business I can operate from anywhere in the world now. I got rid of the construction company, shut it down. Every business I have, I can work from my phone anywhere in the world, right? What does it look like? What does it feel like? What does it taste like? And I'm showing you a lot of high net worth pictures, but it's not about the jet and the car. Is what does it feel like with your buddy or your friend or your spouse in the jet or in the car with you? All right, guys, I want you to imagine this stuff. What do the vacations look like? Who are you bringing with you? What does it feel like? I want you to imagine, because that's the key. I'm giving you the keys to the kingdom. Here's the secret sauce. All right, guys? And what we're doing here, again, we're going to allow you guys to come into the Mindset Masters. Now, this little program here is $19 a month. And a lot of you guys here, I see Frank the Tank. What's up, brother? How you doing? He started off as a Mindset Master, and now he's in our higher level program called Thinking and Results. But he got a lot of information in a really short period of time, changed his entire life in a matter of weeks. And I'm not saying that these are his words. He's a really good client of ours, a dear friend. And we do daily live coaching. We have once a week masterminds on Monday nights. If you want to learn this stuff, come join us in the Mindset Masters. And I'm going to put in the chat here, guys, a link to the Mindset Masters. You should see that in the chat now. If you want to click on that, again, there's no risk. We're giving this away for pennies a day, 67 cents a day. And we have interviews with leading experts. This is mine and my daughter's give back to the world, by the way. If you want to know why we created the Mindset Masters, this is our give back to humanity, right? We don't have a big marketing budget. It's 67 cents a day. It's just enough to keep you honest. People don't tend to value what they don't invest in, guys. So that's my training for tonight, guys. Again, that's the mindset portion of what we're doing. If you want to join us, we're going to be obviously finishing out tomorrow and Thursday. Tomorrow, we're going to be working on marketing and branding. So make sure you come for that. If you registered for this, you're going to get all the replays. Go ahead and click on the link. Join us in the Mindset Masters, guys. If you want to get inside the network, it's I think we represent about 16 countries. 16 countries inside the Mindset Masters. We have networking going on. We have people collaborating. Thank you as well, guys. I appreciate your time here tonight. Go ahead and take a screenshot of this if you want to grab the URL there. And we're going to be working with you guys over the next couple of days. I look forward to tomorrow. Maddie and another colleague of ours, they're going to be running the show tomorrow. I get to kick back, and we're going to watch marketing and branding and learn a lot of this stuff there. So have a great night, everybody. Be well, and God bless. We'll see you guys tomorrow night.